Portugal versus Croatia, World Cup round of 32. Ronaldo walks up to the penalty spot, and the goalkeeper facing him, Dominik Livaković, does something that decides the outcome before Ronaldo's foot even touches the ball. He guesses. He commits his entire body to his right, diving early, betting everything on a direction. And Ronaldo doesn't do anything clever in response. No disguise, no placement trick, no power for the sake of power. He just puts the ball straight down the middle, the one place the keeper had already vacated. Goal. Portugal level the game. And the headline next morning could have been, Ronaldo scores again. But that's not actually what happened here. Ronaldo didn't beat the goalkeeper with skill. The goalkeeper beat himself by guessing. Here's the part that doesn't get talked about enough. Statistically, a keeper who stands completely still saves more penalties than one who dives either direction. Not sometimes. Consistently. The shot down the middle, the one Ronaldo took, is one of the easiest to stop of all, if you simply don't leave your feet. So why did Livaković dive at all? Because standing still doesn't feel like defending. It feels like losing on purpose. If you dive and miss, you are unlucky. If you stand still and miss, you look like you didn't even try. So even when the numbers say stay, almost every goalkeeper in the world goes, this is not really a physical contest. It's psychological warfare. And most keepers are losing the war against their own instincts before the ball is even struck. That's the blunt read from Geir Jordet, a sports psychology professor who has spent years studying exactly this decision and wrote an entire book on the mental world inside a penalty shootout, which is what makes one other moment from the same World Cup worth putting next to Ronaldo's. Round of 32, a few days earlier. Morocco against the Netherlands, gone to penalties. Their goalkeeper, Bono, faces Crescencio Somerville, and instead of committing to a dive, he does the thing Livaković couldn't bring himself to do. He stays on his feet, drifts slightly to his right, still upright, reading the shot as it actually happens, instead of guessing before it happens. Somerville goes for the top corner. Bono simply reaches up and slots it away with one hand. No dive, no leap, no guess. Morocco advances, and for one night, Bono becomes the most talked about man in the tournament. Same tournament, same 12 yards. Same pressure. One keeper guessed and lost the story to the man he was facing. The other one refused to guess and became the story himself. And this tension isn't just theoretical right now. It's playing out across the entire World Cup in real time. For years, penalty takers have leaned on something called the stutter run-up, a hesitation designed to bait the keeper into diving early so they can roll the ball the other way once he's committed. Historically, it's given takers up to a 10% edge. But at this tournament, the conversion rate on stuttered penalties has barely crept above 50%. Nowhere near the edge it's supposed to provide. Harry Kane needed a retake against Croatia just to convert his, and the goalkeeper standing across from him was Livaković again. This time, the same keeper who beat himself against Ronaldo dove the right way, read Kane clean and saved it. The only reason Kane got a second attempt at all is that Livakovic's foot had come off the line half a second too early. Same tournament, same goalkeeper, opposite result. So guessing isn't always the mistake. It's just wrong often enough. Against the right opponent, at the wrong moment, that betting your entire game on it eventually costs you the one you'll be remembered for. Livaković didn't lose to Ronaldo because he's a bad goalkeeper. He lost because the coin he'd been flipping his whole career finally landed on the side that mattered. In that same Morocco shootout, Justin Kluivert came on with one job, facing the same stillness that beat Somerville and struck the post. Jordet's read is simple. For the first time in a while, the goalkeepers are winning. Not through more effort, through less. You've probably done this yourself, somewhere far from a penalty spot. Held your tongue in an argument you could have won by escalating, waited instead of reacting. Made the quiet, correct call that nobody in the room gave you credit for because it didn't look like effort, it looked like nothing. Livaković dove because diving is what looks brave. Bono stood there and let the correct choice look like doing nothing at all. Ronaldo didn't win that penalty. He just stood where the guess wasn't.